guys, what's up? I am back with another tutorial. This one's gonna be a little different. Oh yeah, and guess what? This is Fixing It Up with Sandra. And in case you're new here, I'm Sandra. I was so excited that I forgot to say what channel this is or who I am. But welcome. And the reason why I'm super excited is because I'm gonna show you two of my absolute favorite, maybe I'll throw in three. We'll throw in three. I'm going to show you some of my absolute favorite tools that I use, and they can be universal. Today I'm going to be using them while I'm wrapping some soap, but they're just like one of those tools that you just want to have because it works across the board. I use them for multiple crafts. So I want to show you that. I'm going to show you some soap that I made. Yeah, I'm super excited about this because I finally am like, okay, let's talk about some of the products that I'm using. Oh my gosh. And yes, I did get both of these from Amazon. So I just want to be very clear about that because I know some people, and I am super curious, hate Amazon. And I'm like, what? They're like, it's the big corporation and all that. But did you know that Amazon has a whole section for people who do what I do? They do small businesses, all of that good stuff. It's called Amazon Handmade or Homemade. I think it's handmade. And they've got some really cool stuff on there. So if you haven't checked that out, you never heard of it, check it out. If you're someone who is like, maybe I should start selling on there. I have not attempted to do that yet. So it will be something that I definitely will look into maybe in like a year. Yeah, check that out. So anyways, let's get started. I've already got my gloves on, so I'm gonna go ahead and point the camera down and let's wrap some soap. Okay, so like I said, today is gonna be about wrapping soap, and I'm gonna be using a couple of my favorite tools. I do wanna show you this. Like I said, I got this on Amazon. First, I want to show you what this is. Is this the brand? Oh yeah, it's a plastic film sealer. Oh my God, I can't even say that. Okay, basically it seals anything, plastic. I love this. I love this. And I'll get into this a little bit more. My handy dandy heat gun. Okay, let me just explain what this does. Okay, so I individually wrap all my soaps. I used to put them in like a little drawstring bag and all that other fun stuff where people can still sniff. I do that with like a soap, maybe one of these, or like a rose soap, just so people can smell the fragrance. And then the rest of them I like to seal, so people know that there's nothing getting onto the soap or nobody's handling the soap. You know what I mean? This is been the best purchase so far. I was using my my vacuum seal machine that I use in the kitchen to to put things in the to seal packages that I put in the freezer. But that always left a little bit too much of this because if you have one, that there's a little bit of a give. You can't get it right up onto the product. So I was like, and it kind of made the corners a little too thick for me. You'll see what I'm saying once I start doing this. So then I was like, okay, well, maybe if I just get a handheld one, which this is. So this is, okay, I don't know if you can see, there's a little needle in there. This is a cutter and a sealer on the other side. This is, it does have a battery in it. And the thing is, I could not get a clean swipe with my bags. It does get hot. It's just, I would not recommend this at all. Unfortunately, I wouldn't recommend it at all. And I did get it on Amazon. It doesn't perform like it should. This can be used to reseal chip bags, all kinds of documents into one of those not to make it, gosh, I have one of those things where it makes it to that hard plastic. Oh my gosh, I'm just totally losing my train of thought. I have one of those machines here and I got it on Amazon as well. but you can reseal anything. You can seal any kind of plastic. It gets nice and hot. There are about 8 settings on here. I just go for the screaming hot, and it works. You do replace this little section right here as it gets worn. And it's brilliant. Like if you're gonna mail out a bag of goodies or whatever, this is great to like seal, especially if you do like if you're a home baker and you want to actually seal, because I know a lot of places like the farmer's market here for sure, you have to seal your packages. Like they can't be Ziploc, they have to be sealed. So people who are buying handmade goods and all that other stuff know that nobody else can like open them and touch them. So they have to be sealed. So this is a great thing. Like I said, I absolutely love it. Now, this heat gun, all right, I'm going to show you this one. That's my heat gun. I use this for my candles. I use this to get labels off of things. I use it to clean my table when I get wax on it or sticky stuff. I actually bought this when I was removing all of the paint off of my cabinets in the kitchen, because ours are all built in. Like you cannot take anything out. I live in a very old house, like in the 1930s, and I took all of the doors off that I could, because the hinges are very old. Some of them, like they have so much paint on them, there's no way you are getting it off. And so I was using paint thinner, all of this stuff, and it was just becoming too much. So I checked out YouTube and was like, what? I didn't know that you could remove paint with a heat gun. Never even crossed my mind. There are still so many things that blow me away that I'm like, does everyone know this? So anyways, I got this heat gun. It comes with a whole bunch of attachments. Like it comes with like a scrapey thing for you to remove paint with your heat gun. It does have like where you can turn the heat high or low, low or high on the setting. I actually use this to wrap my soaps. Let me just make sure I didn't lose all of them. And there we go. One more. Okay. So I actually use this for my shrink wrap, and this is so perfect to quickly seal or to shrink the plastic shrink wrap onto my soaps. I love it. I can't say enough about this. There's so many uses that I still don't even know all about. But like I said, it does come with several attachments. Each product probably cost me about $40, but I have used them time and time again for so many reasons where I didn't even realize. I'm like, well, wait, I have this, So it's just my absolute favorite tool. A hairdryer I've used several times, when it comes to my candles or removing labels and all of that. But this is like, it just takes a few seconds, whereas a blow dryer has to like really heat up in order for you to get any results with it. So this, love it. So, like I said, today we're going to wrap some soap, and I'm going to show you how I wrap my soaps. So, I have some soaps here that I did. This is my Smell the Roses, and this is with goat's milk and a clear top, which I was so excited about. Oh my gosh. So I was putting, if you've watched any of my soap tutorials, I was putting flower petals into the soap, and then, they kind of get lost in the soap, into the milky white soap. And I'm like, I really want my soaps to pop. Like I really want to be able to see the flower petals. I just think it just adds something to it. So I added a clear soap to this, which is just I hate to use the word standard because it's not goat's milk. It's not anything special. It's just your basic goat's or soap, but it is a good soap. I get it on Wholesale Supply Plus. And then I added rose petals into it. They were pink. However, when they settled into the soap and then cured, they turned this color, which is totally fine by me, but they smell incredible. They're super fragrant. So we're going to wrap these up today. I've already printed out my labels that I need for the soap. I keep it very simple. I do list the ingredients on like a little board at my shop. So in case anybody needs to know what is in there, like it's already listed. And I believe these are 3x3 shrink wrap bags. I get these from Wholesale Supply Plus. Yes, I do want to say they are way bigger than my soap. The reason why I get this is because it is actually cheaper for me to purchase these large bags, because you never, I never know what size soap I'm gonna create, what product I'm gonna create that's gonna go into a shrink wrap. My bath bombs also use the same bag. And so for me, I know there is a waste, but it's cheaper for me to buy this bag and just have one size across the board than to buy multiple different bags for different products when I'm still like evolving and learning what product I want to use. Because the more you buy, the more you save. So I just roll with this, you know, and call it a day. So I do cut all of this off and all of that off. I know some people are gonna be like, that is insane, but it's just the way I do things. And I never have to worry about running out of one specific size and having to reorder, pay shipping, all of that stuff, you know. So like I said, that's why it works for me. And I like to tuck this into the corner as much as possible because, oh, there's a bug. What is left when you shrink wrap, I hate to have like those super sharp corners, and this way I get as less of a seam as possible. So we're just gonna tuck this in here. And we're gonna, my machine's already, this is already plugged in. This is already plugged in. This does not have an on and off button. It just, once you plug it in, it's on. And then only when you press down on it does it become hot. So I'll show you what I do to prep it, to get it nice and toasty before I start going to town and really doing my thing. All right, there we go. And yes, the soap can be sticky, so sometimes it doesn't want to go perfectly into that corner. So you got to kind of work it in there. These are not available on my Etsy store just yet because I'm still playing around with them. However, if you're like, ooh, that sounds like a bar of soap that I want to try, you can order through Instagram onto my products page, or I call it my shop now, not my products page, my shop page. You can order this, and then I do Venmo, and so you can just pay for it through Venmo and then have some soap. All right, we're just gonna move one out of the way. Okay, so like I said, this is already on. What I do to kind of like warm it up, oh, and just so you know, okay, hold on. Okay, there was a little red light. I'll do it again. So this has its like own like little shut off. So you can't like hold it down forever and ever, and then it's constantly heating. It'll like heat for I think like 15 seconds, maybe, if that, and then it shuts off, and then it only reheats once you open it up and then click it back down. Watch the little button right here. See? And then it'll turn off once it's done heating, okay? So now that it's had, do you see the little smoke? So now that it's had a couple of, you know, press downs to like warm the machine up, I'm gonna go ahead and start sealing my bags. So what I like to do, here's the open end. I like to do this edge first because this will create less of an air bubble. Okay, and then we press down. I try to get the product. I'll show you the other end and just the other side in just a second. And then I just peel this off. Once it gets really hot, you won't have to peel it off. But see, like, look how much of this plastic is left. It's very little compared to what my vacuum seal machine was doing. The reason why I like to seal this end first is because I don't want to have an air bubble. Because I used to just go press straight across here, and then what would happen is it would create an air bubble on one side, and it created an air bubble on this side. I didn't like that. So I learned to seal this side and then do the last opening. Does that make sense? And then just get as close to the product as possible. All right, and then, okay, so now here's my soap. There's a piece of coloring right there. Or maybe rose. Okay, so there's what I've got. So now I'm just gonna repeat this process for the rest of my soaps. Okay, now I'll do it on this side so you can see how close I get the product to the actual bar. Try to press down as close as possible. See, and now that it's hot, the product will just fall. Okay, I'm trying to do this on the opposite end. Oh. Okay, there we go. And then, like I said, I'm just gonna repeat this really fast. And like I said, this is such an amazing product. The other way was taking me so much longer with my heat and seal. This gets extremely hot really fast. And like I said, I use this to wrap my bath bombs. I guess maybe, oh. Okay, I'll try one more time to like do it this way. So what you can do is just hold onto it, onto the other side. Oops, sorry. Trying to get it. And then if it doesn't seal, just lift it up and then, you know, press it back down. But I have it on the number 8, the setting number 8, and that's the highest it can go. Because I'm just like, let's just get this one and done, one and done. All right, and then it's all sealed. So there you go. I have all of my soap sealed. So I'm just gonna set this off to the side, let it cool down before I wrap the cord around it. Now, I've got my heat gun. All right, so now, trying to see. It's set pretty high, but I like for it to go really fast. So, let it, and it's instantly hot. But I just do it on low. I don't click it all the way up to high, just do it on low. So, here's what I do. I lay it on the table, and then just kind of twirl it around. Make sure I get all the corners. Okay. There you go. See, now there's that little edge right there. The other packaging that I was using, it was a harder shrink wrap, and so it would make these edges like a knife. It would hurt so bad. And then if you had a bunch of excess stuff right here, it forms like that really thick edge, and then it's even more painful if you get stabbed by it, believe me. So I didn't want people like, reaching in to pick up a soap and then getting jabbed by the corner. So that's why I went with this thinner bag and this sealer, because it got as little of leftover like this as possible. So let me bring the camera down. Let me see if I can bring the camera down and show you guys like a really up close, like how I do the soap. All right, so here's what we got right here. We're just gonna lay this down and just kind of go over the top just a little bit. And there you go. No, this does not melt my soap because I do it pretty quick. So it holds really well. And then, like I said, it's completely sealed. So nobody has to worry about, somebody handling their soap. And just do it ever so lightly. You can go across the back if you want. There. And yes, sometimes the shrink wrap will pull pretty tight and it may, have a hole in it or something. I don't reseal it as long as the hole is not a large one. If it's just like a tiny little hole, I leave it alone, but there's no holes in any of these, thank goodness. But yeah, I don't reseal them. All right, so now that we have all of our soaps sealed, so this is this little thing right here. It does about 4-ounce bars, but there is, it's human error because I'm hand pouring everything. So it runs roughly like 3.6 to 4. So what I do, just to be fair on my labels, I say that these are 3.5. Yes, that means that some of them will be over that, but I'd rather have you get a product that's over than under what it says that it is. So we're just gonna go ahead. I've got these cute little labels that I made. I make them through Canva and then upload them to Etsy. And I will be showing you guys, now that I have my new computer, I can screen record a lot better than my other one. So I want to be able to show you guys how to do that, because like I said, I think before, that was probably one of the hardest things that I had to learn, was how to make labels. Okay, so there we go. So now the soap is ready. That's what the back, that's what the front. And it's super easy. I absolutely love shrink wrapping because of these two items right here. So if you are looking for anything that is a multi-use product, I highly recommend these. I do not recommend this. It has a lot of sales, and I'm sure it has a lot of great reviews, because if you know anything about Amazon, sometimes they will give you a $5 gift card or whatever to leave a good review. I actually hate doing them. I have done them. I hate doing them, because then people like me will buy something that is not really a good product. So, so yes, these are my two go-to products when it comes to, I guess, soap making. I use it, like I use it definitely in my candles, my wax melts, all of that other stuff. I really use this. And yes, I do seal, I get like a baggie. I don't shrink wrap it, but I will definitely get a baggie, put some wax melt in it, and then seal it. I've done that before. So yes, this definitely works in multiple ways. I will put a link in the description box for these two particular items, because I know how these work. I've had this for a year now, and it performs amazing. And then I've had this for a few months, which I'm like, this is the brand that I stand by. So, so yeah, that is how I package my soaps. And so these are the products that you can use. All right, guys. So if you are like, thank you so much for telling me all this information, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I will be doing more product review when it comes to things that I've bought and used. And I will wait a little while just so I can give you 100%, give you my honest opinion about a lot of these products. But like I said, these two I stand by. So make sure you give it a thumbs up if you like the video, if you want to see more of this stuff. If you like my channel, oh my gosh, please subscribe, because subscriptions mean the world to me. I will say that time and time again. It's completely free to subscribe. And then, oh yeah, hit the notification bell. My videos are randomly uploaded right now. I am definitely trying to get on the schedule. I've got a little bit of a schedule, but not much. But anyways, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you're like, okay, I want to get more access to a lot more stuff, then all you got to do is just join the membership. I do have a membership called Fixing It Together, which means that you get more exclusive content behind the scene, early access to videos or tutorials and all that other fun stuff. It is a $4.99 a month subscription fee. You can cancel at any time. There's never any hard feelings if you're like, you know what, it just wasn't for me. But everything that you're seeing right now will remain free. Yeah, and that's it. So I am super happy that you guys joined me today on this products, review, because it's my first one and I have so many products I can't wait to tell you about. We all know that Amazon's my favorite place to shop. So anyways, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys again in my next video.